Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Oladapo Olaleye. I'm a chemistry educator. Today, I'll be teaching on the Iupac naming of organic compounds. Iupac naming of organic compounds. Organic compounds. Iupac means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. This is a body that was set up several years ago to create rules for naming compounds, both organic and inorganic compounds. Today, we are going to be looking at inorganic compounds, and the objective of this lesson is to identify the rules guiding the naming of organic compounds. We are going to be identifying the rules guiding the name of organic compounds. Then we are going to be looking at how to apply these rules in naming organic compounds. That is what the part 1 of this video is set to achieve. Now, the first rule in naming organic compounds is to identify the longest continuous chain in the compound. Longest continuous chain. So what do you mean by longest continuous chain? If you have a compound like this, this is the longest continuous chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you number like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this one is not the longest continuous. This is the longest continuous chain. So after identifying the longest continuous chain, the second step is to identify the functional group. The functional group in the compound. Identify the functional group in the compound. For instance, this particular compound is a single bonded compound. It's a single bonded compound, a saturated compound, so it is an alkane. So in naming the parent, this is the longest continuous chain, which is the root chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the root chain. So we are going to name it according to the functional group. Since it is a 7 carbon, the 7 is hept. 7 is hept in numbering. So, and since it's an alkane, which is a saturated compound, the longest continuous chain is heptane. This compound now is heptane. So the first 2 steps is to identify the longest continuous chain. After identifying the longest continuous chain, then you look out for the functional group. The functional group here is single bond, because single bond is for alkane. So the name of this chain, the parent chain, is heptane. Then secondly, this number 2. Then thirdly, you number the compound, number the chain according to the number that will give you the lowest number of substituents. The lowest number of substituents. Now, what do we mean by this? The lowest number of substituents. Now, this particular heptane, what is a substituent? A substituent is an atom or group of atom attached to the parent chain. The parent chain or the root chain apart from hydrogen. Apart from hydrogen. If you look at this compound, you can see that hydrogens are attached to this particular chain. These are hydrogen. Now, this is our chain. We have identified this chain, and this particular methyl group, which is an alkyl, is the substituent here, is the substituent. So when we are going to name this compound, we will name it we will number the chain according to the one that will give it the lowest digit, that will give this substituent the lowest digit when numbering. Now, if I number like this, if we number like this, just the way I numbered before, this substituent, this methyl substituent, is on position 5. So the name of this compound will be 5-methyl heptane. 5-methyl heptane. If I number like this, if you number like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The name that the compound will give you will be 3-methyl, because the methyl now will now be on position 3. Will be 3-methyl heptane. So what we are saying in the third rule is that you number the chain in a way that will give the substituent the lowest digit. So this one is wrong, this one is right. 3-methyl heptane is the right name. 5-methyl heptane is wrong, because the 3-methyl pentane is giving the lower digit. That is the third rule. Now, the fourth rule is that when the same substituent appear more than once on the chain, now you add prefix. If the substituent is occurring twice on the chain, you put prefix di for 2 times. If it's appearing 3 times, it's tri. The prefix you will put is tri. If the substituent is appearing 4 times, the prefix you will add, you will put before you name the prefix, is tetra. Now, let's look at this case. If you have, in this particular compound, assuming we have chlorine as substituent here, and you have another chlorine here as a substituent. You know, I said it earlier that the substituent, they are the atoms or group of atoms apart from hydrogen. So now you have chlorine here, Now the chlorine is on position 3. So the name of this compound, when you want to name it, you have 2 chlorine on the same position 3. So the name of this compound will be 3. After each digit, you put a comma, and between a digit and alphabet, you must put hyphen. Those are the rules we follow in Iupac naming. You have to put hyphen between the digit and the letter, the alphabet. So this one will be 3 because there are 2 substituents. 3 dichloroheptane. heptane. Heptane. Now, as we have said, the substituent can be maybe halogen, and if it's halogen, this is the way we name halogens. Chlorine, we call it chloro. Bromine, we call it bromo. Fluorine, we call it fluoro. Fluoro. Iodine, we call it iodo. Iodo. We call iodine iodo, chlorine, chloro, bromine, bromo, F, fluoro, I, iodo. Like this compound now, as we name it, we said this 3,3-dichloroheptane. And if the substituent is in on another carbon, is on another carbon, like you have the chlorine here, hydrogen here. Now, this is a situation where we have chlorine in position 3, chlorine in position 4. Because if you number like this, chlorine will be on position 3 and 4. If you number like this, chlorine will be on position 4 and 5. And we have said it that it is the one that gives the lower digit, the lowest digit. That's the correct answer, the option. So now, because this chlorine is on 3 and 4, so if we want to name this compound, it will be 3, 4 dash. I said there must be hyphen between the digit and the alphabet. 3, 4 dichloroheptane. 3, 4 dichloroheptane. 3, 4 dichloroheptane. That is, the two chlorine, they are in position 3 and 4. So it will be 3, 4 dichloroheptane. So that is the situation when you have the same substituent occurring 2 times, more than 1 times, more than 2 times. We said if it's 1, it will die. If it is 2, 3 times. If it is 2, it's die. If it is 3, it's 3 times. Try. If it is 4 times, it is tetra. It is tetra. Now, another rule is that for situations where you have different type of substituents, that is, like now, you have chlorine here, you have bromine here, you have chlorine here, you have bromine here, you have methyl here, which is an alkyl group. You have bromine here, you have methyl here, you have chlorine here. Now, and maybe you also have chlorine here. Now, how many substituents do we have here now? We have 3 substituents. This is 1, this is 1, and this is 1. As I said earlier, substituents are the group of atoms. They are atoms or group of atoms that are on the chain apart from the hydrogen. So now you have chlorine, bromine, bromine. Now if we number like this, so we have 2 chlorine on position 3, we have bromine on position 4, we have methyl on position 6. Now in naming this compound, if you have 2 or more substituents, you have to name alphabetical order. For instance, B is before C alphabetically, and M is after C. If you are going to number, B is before C, then M is after C. This is methyl, this is bromine, this is chlorine. So if we are going to number now, we are going to name this compound, you will mention, in spite of the fact that the bromine is on position 4, you will mention it first before this one, but it does not change the position. So in naming this compound now, in naming it, because we are following alphabetical order, you will say that 4-bromo, right? Because B is before C. Then, as I said, between alphabet and digit, there must be hyphen. 4-bromo. Then you have 2-chlorine on position 3. 3 dichloro. 3 dichloro. 3 dichloro. Then you now come back to methyl, because methyl, M is the last alphabet. So 3 dichloro. You are numbering like this. So 6-methyl heptane, because it's a 7-carbon compound. 4-bromo, B is before C alphabetically. 3 dichloro, 6-methyl heptane. This is the name of the compound. So those are the rules that guides naming, Iupac naming of organic compounds. The first one we talk about is the identifying the parent chain, which is the root chain. You name it according to the number of carbon. If the longest chain is 6, that is hexane. And the functional group, you must identify. Functional group is double bond, so it is hexane. And if it is 5-carbon compound that is parent chain, the 5-carbon, that is pentane. Like that. And we said that the second one is you identify the substituent. After identifying the functional group, you identify the substituent and you name the compound according to the substituent. You name it in a way that the substituent will give the lower digit, the lowest digit. That will be the correct option. Then, after that, then you now look at the substituent. If 2 substituents or if the same substituent appear 2 or more, 3 or more times, if it's 2 times, that is di. If it's 3 times, that is tri. If it's 4 times, that is tetra, as we have shown in the class. Then you now name the compound where you have 2 or more substituents. You name the compounds alphabetically in the order of the substituent. So this is where we are rounding off today for the class. And this is the Iupac, the rules guiding the Iupac naming of organic compounds. The rules guiding Iupac naming of organic compounds. Iupac naming of organic compounds. These are the rules guiding the Iupac naming of organic compounds. Now, this is just the part 1 of this series, because today you know that we have just looked at only the alkane. In the next video, we are going to be looking at the alkane, alkyne, and other functional groups, how these rules apply. So subscribe to this channel. Encourage your people, then like and comment on this channel. Like and comment, subscribe to this channel, and turn the notification button so that when we upload other videos, you will be able to see what we are teaching.